Today is most auspicious day. Sri Ramchandra incarnated on this day. Lord Vishnu incarnated on this earth for uplifting dharma and to show to the humanity how to live the righteous life and perform one's duties. Sri Ramchandra showed the way to the abode of Divine Supreme. Sri Ramchandra's teachings are most effective, most uplifting. Today we are observing most auspicious day, Sri Ramchandra's birthday. Special worship we are offering today. Sri Ramachandra, though he was incarnated in Treta Yuga, his message is very relevant even today. For any spiritual practice, one must practice truthfulness. Sri Ramachandra stands for this ideal. He never deviated from path of virtue. If a man performs his duties with utmost devotion and acts as per the dictates of his elders and on the path shown by them, he wins beatitude. This will make him worship the Lord and dedicate all his actions to Him, from whom the world has issued and by whom all that we see is pervaded. The Lord's incarnation as Sri Rama was not only to show to the world the path of righteousness, but also set an example for others to follow. Though God could have carried out his task in a trice with the help of his divine weapons, he suffered like any other human being and never deviated from the path of virtue. There are numerous instances of the Lord acting according to the instructions of his father, his preceptors, Valmiki and Vishwamitra, and other sages later. Though he could have done many things on his own, he always waited for instruction from elders, and thus wanted the posterity to tread the path laid by him. Sage Vishwamitra, who takes Rama and Lakshman after arguing with Dashrath and telling him that he knew who Rama was and the objective of his coming down to earth, enjoys each and every action of the Lord. When he comes to wake him up in the morning, the beauty of the Lord lying on a stone enchants Vishwamitra so much that he forgets himself for a moment and then addresses the famous verse of Suprabhata. Kausalya Supraja Rama Purva Sandhya Pravartate Uttishta Narashardula Kartavyam Daivamanyakam. Like that, Vishwamitra Nrsimha Maharshi addresses Sri Ramchandra to wake up. Like the mother waking up the child, Vishwamitra is waking up the most tender boy, Sri Ramchandra. Though knowing that he is the divine being, Vishwamitra wakes him to perform the morning ritual, Sandhya Vandan, which is very important for every individual. That is offering worship to Surya Bhagavan, the sun god. Sri Ramanuj, the great Acharya, even in his ripe old age, when he was unable to get up from the bed, used to seek the help of his disciples to rise and perform the rituals standing all along. After slaying Tataka with a single arrow, the brothers Rama and Lakshman helped the sage perform the sacrifice by building an umbrella of arrows over the place where it was being performed, and also slayed Subhahu while driving away Maricha. The giants who were always causing trouble to the sacrifice. The sage who wanted to show to the world the greatness of the Lord's holy feet took him to sage Gautama's place of residence, where his wife Ahalya was lying as a stone due to a curse, and by the touch of Sri Rama's feet she was redeemed. And she was redeemed by the just touch of the lotus feet of Sri Ramchandra. Previous story of Sri Sita. In Bhakti literature, one is advised to offer his prayers to the Lord in the company of his consort, the Divine Mother. The father, in spite of his affection, may occasionally be firm with his children, but the mother involuntarily showers love and affection, turning blind to the foibles of her offspring. The Lord offered protection only to those who sought refuge in him. The Divine Mother, on the other hand, extended her protection even to those Rakshasis who had refused to seek her pardon in spite of Trijata's advice. The all-merciful Sri Sita directed Anjaneya not to harm those Rakshasis who had been tormenting her. When Anjaneya came to fetch the Divine Mother at the bidding of Sri Rama after he had killed Ravan in the battle. Righteous conduct saves persons from perils and ensures wholesome and integrated growth. All characters in the Ramayana vie with one another in the art of sacrifice and in the resolve to walk on the path of Dharma. Sri Rama, the hero, the exemplar of Dharma, fears none while treading the noble path. The concept of Dharma regulated his life at all stages. Dharma is the golden word which formed the essence of the wisdom of India's saints, classical poets, and contemplative seers. It is the instrument used to harmonize as also to distinguish liberty from license and responsibility from recklessness. The devotion displayed by Anjaneya has no parallel, and he was the supreme model of resignation and selflessness. He did not want anything except Sri Rama's love. Sri Rama has exemplified through his conduct the way persons should behave in family and society. Worship of the Lord with single-minded devotion and leading a pure life are necessary to win Lord's grace. The glory of Sri Ramchandra. Sri Rama's incarnation as a human being was for the purpose of promoting peace and happiness in the world. Ramo Vigrahavan Dharmaha. Rama is the very embodiment of righteousness. It was as if righteousness itself had incarnated on earth. Dharma and Rama are inseparable. Bhaga means all-encompassing prosperity, righteousness, fame, wealth, wisdom, and renunciation or non-attachment. He who is a possessor of these 6 attributes is called Bhagavanta. Sri Ramachandra had all these 6 attributes in equal measure. Sri Ramakrishna is rightly said as the epitome of virtues. Importance of truth and righteousness. In the Ramayana, Satya and Dharma, truth and righteousness, are the most important concepts. The Vedas have proclaimed Satyam Vada Dharmanchara, speak the truth, act righteously. In order to honor the plighted word of his father, Sri Rama decided to go to the forest, leaving Ayodhya. Truth is the foundation for all righteousness. There is no greater religion than truth. Sri Rama stood out as an upholder of truth to fulfill the promise of his father, to maintain the traditions of his Ikshvaku dynasty, to protect his country, and for the sake of the welfare of the world. It is said of Mahatmas that what they speak, what they think, and what they do are in perfect accord. In the case of the wicked, Their thoughts, words, and deeds are at a variance with each other. By these definitions, Sri Rama was a Mahatma and Ravan was a Duratma, an evil-souled being. In the first 12 years of Rama's life, now I am touching the aspect of three women symbolizing the three gunas. In the first 12 years of Rama's life, he encountered three types of women. Three women symbolizing the three gunas. When he went with the sage Vishwamitra to protect his sacrifice, he encountered the demoness Tataki. He put an end to her without any compunction or aversion. After Vishwamitra's sacrifice was completed, Sri Rama went with the sage to Mithila. On the way, he came across Ahalya, who had been transformed into a stone. He gave her life, absolved her of sin through penitence, and restored her to her husband. At Mithila, he encountered Sita. He accepted Sita without any hesitation. What is the inner meaning of these three incidents? They show that even from his boyhood, Sri Rama displayed extraordinary qualities and stood out as an example to the world. Tataki, the first woman he encountered, symbolizes the tamas quality. He destroyed the tamasic quality. Ahalya represents the rajogun. He taught the right lesson to Ahalya, purified her, and sent her safely to her place. He took to himself Sita, who represented the sattvic quality. Bhagavan approves of and accepts only that which is sattvic. He values the sattvic quality. He protects and fosters it. Today, all the three gunas, tamas, rajas, and sattva, are present in man in varying proportions. What does the presence of the tamagun signify? It is natural for the tamasic person to regard untruth as truth, wrong as right, evil as good. Although the phenomenal world is impermanent and illusory, the tamasic-minded person regards it as permanent and real. The rajasic person lacks the power of discrimination and, yielding to likes and dislikes, behaves without restraint. Impulsive action is characteristic of persons in whom the rajogun is predominant. Because of hasty and impulsive action, they are subject to all kinds of difficulties. In the process, they waste their lives. In the quest for the divine, there should be no hurry. Purity and serenity are required for God realization. There can be no happiness for the man who lacks peace. Saint Tyagaraja said in one of his songs, "Without peace, there is no happiness." Tyagaraja was a great devotee of Sri Rama. As a devotee, he had numerous experiences which he conveyed for the world through his songs. Triple power of the name Rama. What are the inner meanings of the name Rama? Rama has three syllables, Ra, A, and Ma. The three syllables have great significance. Ra, A, and Ma. R stands for Ra, A stands for A, M stands for Ma. Rama. Ra represents the root letter for Agni. A represents the letter for the moon. Ma represents the root letter for the sun. What does Agni signify? It destroys everything and reduces it to ashes. The letter Ra has the power to destroy all the sins committed by person. The letter A, symbolizing the moon, has the powers of cooling the fevers man suffers from and conferring peace on him. Ma represents the sun, who dispels the darkness of ignorance and confers illumination of wisdom. Hence the word Rama has a right triple power of destroying sins, conferring peace, and dispelling ignorance. Everyone should recognize the sweetness, the sacredness, and the divinity enshrined in the name Rama. It was for this reason that Tyagaraja sang, O mind, contemplate on the name of Rama with full awareness of its power. It is good to utter the name Rama with full understanding of all that it signifies. But even without that understanding, the chanting of the name has the power to destroy all sins. Such is the immense power of the divine name Sri Rama. So, let us think of Rama and repeat his name. Sri Rama is one of the great incarnations of the divine Lord. He came to establish truth. He came to establish dharma in the universe. He respected elders. He was perfectly obeying his parents. He kept up his promises. He was always forgiving, and at the same time he would punish those who were taking to wicked ways, who were tormenting the people. So Sri Ramachandra's birthday is today. We shall offer special worship to him and seek his grace so that we may be free from all miseries and sufferings in the world. Let us our love towards Sri Ramchandra be enhanced today, and let us pray to him to grant us peace and happiness. So, today is most auspicious day in our spiritual journey. Today is most auspicious day to seek the blessings of Sri Ramchandra. So let us offer our worship and prayers for the peace, happiness and prosperity of the mankind. And now let us do special worship of Sri Ramchandra. So today is most auspicious. We are celebrating Sri Rama's birthday. Now the special worship begins. जय श्री राजा रामचंद्र जी की जय, जय श्री सीता माई की जय, जय श्री महावीर महाराज जी की जय, जय भगवान श्री राम कृष्ण देव की जय, जय श्री महामाई की जय, जय श्री स्वामी जी महाराज की जय, जय श्री स्वामी ब्रह्मानंद जी महाराज की जय, जय श्री सर्वसंतन की जय, जय श्री गंगा माई की जय।